I wake up, rehydrate, select one of my 17 black shirts to wear, and then get to work. Nearly 5 years ago, I played this obscure little gem called Castlevania for the first time, and after hearing for the 6 millionth time, I thought, this is great, but it would be even better if it was pirate-themed. Captain Blacksword has now been in development in short bursts of inspiration for a little more than 4 years. It's gone from this to this. I want to release it later this year, so here's my plan. When I decide to commercially release a game, I create a GDD, game design document, and then I lay out my tasks in 2 categories so that I can get back on course if I lose my heading: marketing and development. I break those down into checklists that I can add to whenever inspiration strikes, and they can get pretty long. Estimating a release date is almost impossible when you're early in development because it's not just player, level, music, bish, bash, bosh times 4. Since stepping things up from 2-bit to 8-bit, I've spent months just refining the art direction before finally deciding on this rule set and a more cartoonish art style over detailed textures. Gameplay is tricky when designing for multiple controllers. The game will be on computer, so it has to be compatible with a mouse and keyboard, and I've decided to focus on the SNES controller rather than the NES controller layout because there just aren't enough buttons to comfortably support how much I want the player to do. Moving, crouching, attacking, jumping, items, wall hanging, digging, and special attacks. Then there's creating NES music. I'll come back to that later because right now I'd like to talk about what I call the toy box problem. The reason I call this the toy box problem is even though you might have made a lot of nice toys that all functionally work together, it doesn't mean you have a game. See, the trouble with being the creator and the playtester is that you never know when you have enough ideas or too many ideas. And the longer you spend working on the game, the better you think it's going to be, but you have to have somebody else to play test it. So you get trapped in a cycle of implementing new features, testing them, fixing them, coming up with new ideas, and then continuing that cycle until you either get burnt out or you realize that the game will take years longer to complete than you actually have time for. Since Captain Blacksword will be a combat platformer, I've been making the combat fun with particle effects, sounds, hit indicators, and enemy variety. Enemies are broken into 3 tiers. Tier 1 enemies only take a single hit to kill and follow their own path. Tier 2 take 1 or 2 hits to kill and either create projectiles or move based on your movement. Tier 3 take 3 or more hits to kill. They also plan around your position and can attack and have novelties. Traps are stationary and self-defeating. Bosses move with intent, have multiple attacks, novelties, and cannot be one-shot. Novelties are things like phases, dodging, teleportation, respawning, summoning, etc., etc. Other special abilities.
Okay, this is a secret, okay? Ready? Yeah, the episode is almost over. But if you let me know what you want to see in the next one, then I'll be sure to try to work on getting that in there. And let me know what you liked about this one, okay? I'm gonna add secret. I'm gonna add a bird that poops in the game. It's gonna be great.
If you'd like to be one of the first mates to try the demo when it's available, then join the Clambake crew on Ko-fi. It's $10 a month, and you'll get access to my unreleased games, news about upcoming projects, a special role in the Discord server, and more. I may only be able to get one of these out every month or 2, but for now, it's time for me to get back to the helm of development. Fair winds to you all.